Hi everyone, Mitesh this side from the PLG-Path, and today we are going to speak about Y Combinator, announcement of 2026 spring applications for startup funding. And for people who don't know about Y Combinator, just let me give a brief of it. Like, Y Combinator is a Silicon Valley based startup accelerator that invests roughly $5,000 in seed funding. Seed funding is the first round of major funding for any startup. And if we bifurcate that 500,000 USD, it comes up as one part as 125K of USD for 7% equity of that organization, and the remaining 375K is uncapped as an SAFE. Uh, that way, SAFE is again an investment instrument as well. And it provides 3 months of mentorship to help startups grow, and it concludes with a demo day for that startup at the end, and along with the startup toolkit they provide, the network support they provide, as well as uh, you know key recommendations how to get into the market penetration, the go to market strategy they assist them with. Primarily, if we say that those startups actually are incorporated in United States, US, Canada, Cayman Islands, and Singapore. So uh, what happens, like, across the world, many startups who operate in their respective countries, however they incorporate themselves in these countries of US, Canada, Cayman Islands, or Singapore, so that they are eligible for the YC funding. And if we take example of India, there are hundreds of such startups over there over the years who are incorporated in US. However, they operate in India, in Bangalore itself. We have seen many such examples as well. And this time, uh, like, it used to happen earlier as a two cohort of batches by Y Combinator in a year, two cohorts. But right now they have come up with four cohorts, like winter cohort, spring cohort, summer cohort, and fall cohort. And right now, spring cohort announcement for forms for application forms have just started. uh, so what it does, it's like, as I said, that it provides funding, networking, and culminating in a demo day, which startups pitch to the investors. And the number of batches, as I said, four. It used to be earlier two, and the application process is online, definitely. Some of the very famous startups who have actually started as a YC portfolio companies, we can say, are Airbnb, Coinbase, DoorDash, Dropbox, Reddit. So these are the top examples, as well as OpenAI as well, as per the sources we have. Uh, Now, why am I even explaining this? Is because how is it relevant to our Indian startup ecosystem? That's the point right now. So let me come to it directly. So this time, for the for the spring 2026 startups funding, YC has announced that YC views AI not merely as an like assistive tool, but as a foundational layer of businesses. So they are requesting for startups who are AI native, not just AI assisted. So the emphasis is on AI native startups that depend on autonomous AI to function, rather than human augmented startups which where AI boosts the productivity. So you need to understand the earlier model, the thesis. So this is the thesis Y Combinator has for this cohort of investments, for this particular cohort. And you need to understand that earlier the model was like AI enhanced model. That means AI helps into faster and better productivity. And however, right now they are pivoting the thesis for this cohort into investments of startups which are AI native, which means that Maybe the AI agents are the primary users or the actors in this process where like it's not just a feature, rather it's the core operating engine, you can say. So those products, those particular startups, their Y Combinator is focusing right now for this cohort of investment. And why is it important, and why we are even more uh, concerned about this? Because in the bottom line, YC 2026 roadmap, if we check, it marks a strategic pivot. Uh, the era of AI augmenting humans, they're trying to, like portray this way, where the AI executing work, it is giving way to the AI executing work as first class participant in the product and the business itself. And what AI native entails and building towards genuine agentic autonomy will be crucial to alignment with the funding thesis right now. So we need to check how this is working, because it is predicted, it is being portrayed as better and cheaper for the investors. But how it could be better, we can see in terms of the productivity, and we can see into the upcoming few quarterly balance sheets results. We can get to see more about it. But how is it cheaper as of now versus when that particular startup scales? How it is going to be cheaper at scale? That is a very big question in the macro market conditions, if we check it. Because you know uh, when we are speaking about the AI native products, so they are based on like uh, their entire pedigree depends on token based uh, token based billing. Like the how much tokens are being used for the generation of the output, for the generation of the results. And the it so the if it is based on token based, then uh, at a scale, the costs is going to be very high. For the normal SaaS products, at scale, the cost of goods is not exponentially increasing. However, when we are going AI native, that means most organizations are like when I speak about the AI native organization, the products are built on top of the layers which are providing that computing power for that AI integration. That means it happens either through OpenAI integration, or through Anthropic integration, or through Google AI integration, the Gemini integration, mostly, majorly. Now that comes a major question, that when it scales, the cost of input is largely dependent on these vendors like OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. So if that cost of goods increases, then your overall margin is not able to increase even at scale. So when it is said as better productivity, understandable. Again, we need to see at scale how it operates. But in terms of cheaper, is it really going to be cheaper at scale? For that question, we need to check in the upcoming quarters. As I said, that like the this year's balance sheet and upcoming year's balance sheet in every quarter will give us a more clear picture on how it is evolving, how it is behaving at scale. And from the investor's point of view, it is strategic in a way that the amount of the seed funding will remain similar, but it is being predicted that the headcount will be decreased comparatively to the traditional startups. And they'll be able to build and ship products at a much faster rate. However, the again the question arises that the cost of goods sold. So the cost of goods sold, COGS, cannot be reduced in this case. So that is going to be a matter of concern in the upcoming days, and especially at scale, how they're going to behave. And for the investors, there are certain metric which come into the picture, like like uh, how the entire fund cycle logic is going to work. It is being predicted, or I would say speculated in the market, that that the earlier, if the fund cycle logic used to operate in a at a 5 to 7 years for the VCs. Right now, with AI native companies, that time period might shorten. It is being predicted that by building the AI native organizations, um, they might be able to scale faster and might go public faster. So therefore, the fund cycle logic, the return on investment, and return on investment, that is going to be at a faster rate, at a much before time. And the like the MOIC stands for the multiple on investment capital. It's simply equity multiple. Like if $1 million investment is being made and it returns $3 million of total, including profit and all, so it equals to the 3x of MOIC. So that happens, and at which rate it happens, it is being predicted that that fund cycle logic might shorten. Let's see how it goes on, and we'll get to know more in upcoming time. So stay tuned. Yeah, thanks.